Hello, this is Patricia Brooks, and this is Courage Concept number 75. Making decisions takes courage. Now, if you were driving down the highway, heading in a westward direction, and all of a sudden you realized that the directions told you to go east, what would you do? You would turn around and go in an eastward direction. Yet so many of us go through life going in the opposite direction of our goals and our dreams. Why is that? Well, it's because sometimes we don't know where we're headed. And sometimes it's because making that change and deciding to do something different takes courage. I know. Years ago, I was in a marriage that was not right for me. And I realized this 3 years in. But I stayed married for another 4. And it was miserable those last 4 years. But I was afraid to make a big change like a divorce. It was easier to stay married. Additionally, I wanted to be loyal to those vows that I took. And so I tried to stick it out. But it wasn't working. And I realized that staying married was not going to help me to reach my goals or live the kind of life I wanted to live. And so I filed for divorce. And it was hard. But in the end, it was the right decision. Finding the courage and taking that action was what I needed to do. Now, this concept goes to the catalyst for cultivating courage, that is setting a meaningful goal. Because when you are clear on what you want out of life, what direction you should be headed, it becomes very clear when you are doing things or making decisions that are counter to that. And you can more easily move through your fears and make the decisions that are going to help you to reach your goals. Now, you may agree with me. Making decisions takes courage, but you might not know how to find the courage. Well, here are some tips that might help. The first is get clear on what you want out of life. What are your goals? And assess how what you're doing and the decisions you're making or continuing to make are helping you reach those goals or not. And if they're not, you can stop, get quiet, and listen to your heart. What is your heart telling you should do? Once you have that, you can say, okay, well, what are my options in my current situation to help me to reach my goals? Well, for me, in my marriage example, I could have stayed married and done nothing, but that would not have helped me to reach my goals. I could have stayed married and tried to find solutions so that I could live the kind of life I wanted to within that marriage. But I had already tried that for 4 years. That didn't work. So that was no longer an option. I could have separated from him and even left him, but not get a full divorce. But that was not going to help me to reach my goals because I had some financial goals, and staying married would probably impede that. And so I was left with leaving and filing for divorce. And that is what I did. And it made it a little bit easier to understand that I had goals that staying in the marriage wasn't going to help me with. Made it a little bit easier when I started to listen to what my heart was telling me. And it made it easier when I realized that I had options and that the best option for me was to leave. So, where in your life are you headed in the wrong direction? Where in your life are you making decisions that aren't helping you to reach your goals or live the kind of life you would like to live? Use these tips and remember this concept and decide. Take action and move in the direction of your dreams. That's Courage Concept number 75. I will see you again next time. Bye for now.